Victor Oladipo is a solid player with proven ball handling and scoring skills. We are also just 3 weeks away from this season's trade deadline. If Oladipo and Houston cannot agree to a deal, then there is a team right now in the Western Conference who desperately needs a ball handler. I will discuss all of this and more in today's video. Let's get started. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy the video. So, there's 3 weeks until the trade deadline, so naturally, this is when rumors start to pick up on the market, and rightfully so. Today, I'll dive into the Victor Oladipo situation in Houston. Oladipo was drafted with the 2nd overall pick in 2013 by the Magic. After 3 seasons in Orlando, he played in OKC for a year, and then for the Pacers, where he became a 2-time All-Star and led the league in steals. His defense is pretty underrated, but I'll get to that later in the video. Anyways, currently he plays for the Houston Rockets, who many people think might be headed towards an extended rebuild soon. Seeing how they parted ways with DeMarcus Cousins in order to continue developing their young center, Christian Wood, I'm even more convinced that a full-on rebuild will take place soon. If it does happen, then it doesn't make sense for Oladipo to stay on the team. I mean, teams in a rebuilding phase typically don't get far in the playoffs, if they're lucky enough to even make the playoffs. We found out recently from Woj that the former All-Star Oladipo turned down a max contract extension from the Rockets, a deal that would pay him $45.2 million for 2 years total. As expected, Oladipo is pursuing a longer deal, something that the Rockets just cannot give to him right now. Woj also mentioned that the 2 teams interested in him this offseason are the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks, with the Heat being favorites to land him. Now, this is strange since Oladipo was an All-Star. It isn't common to see an All-Star traded twice in one season. On top of that, he hasn't been bad at all this season. He's averaging 20 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal per game. If the Rockets and Oladipo cannot agree on a deal, then it's safe to assume that he will have major interest from other teams in the league. One team that's had their eyes on him for some time now is the Golden State Warriors. Besides Steph Curry, the Warriors don't really have someone they can rely on for ball handling and scoring. Oladipo can do both of those things and play top-notch defense as well. Remember at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how he led the league in steals as a Pacer. The only thing we don't know is if the Warriors are willing to hand Oladipo that long-term deal he's looking for. Maybe they will. I mean, Steph Curry is still the face of the team, but he's 32 years old right now. If the Warriors plan this trade right, they could make a seamless transition from Curry/Klay Thompson to Oladipo while avoiding a tanking season. We'll just have to wait and find out. I would love to see what path the Rockets take here. I want them to keep Oladipo and do well, but I also understand if they choose to take the rebuilding path and let Oladipo walk away. Do you think he's staying in Houston for the rest of the season? If not, then where do you think realistically he will end up? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that wraps up today's topic. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace out.